Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for June 15th, 2021, which is a Tuesday. But before we begin, I want to let you know that I do daily video horoscopes that I post on my YouTube channel every single day. I also do weekly horoscope overviews that I post on my channel every single week. And I also do monthly horoscopes, general overview, as well as sun and rising sign monthly horoscopes that are on my YouTube channel as well. And I would request you to hit the subscribe button before we begin. All right, so let's talk about today. Now, before I get into the specifics of today, I want to let you know that yesterday was a Saturn-Uranus square. The square came exact yesterday, and that was an extremely intense energy. My yesterday's horoscope video was dedicated to that energy, so you can watch that if you want to know more about that. So Saturn is here, Uranus is here, and they were in a square, a 90-degree angle, and you can watch my yesterday's video in detail. But very quickly, to sum it up, this energy is about embracing the new, embracing your unique self, and getting rid of old things that don't serve you anymore. And this energy, we are witnessing it after 21 years, so it's a rare event. And that peaked out yesterday. Now the energy is on the decline. That being said, we will feel this energy all of 2021. We are going to have another exact square in December, and then we will even feel it in 2022. So yesterday was a very powerful day, a rare day in astrology, and today is the day after. So no matter what I say, it's going to pale in comparison to yesterday's horoscope. Okay, that being said, I also want to mention the sun right here was in a square to Neptune starting June 13th. And now it's off the square. The sun has moved on to 24 degrees. The orb is still close, but the intensity of that sun-Neptune square energy has reduced. And that energy was all about two things. It could have gone either way for you. One, it was a lot of confusion regarding who you are, your path, your identity, or it was the fact that you realize that your identity, who you are becoming, who you are, is in complete alignment with your higher self and spiritual calling. So it could have gone either way. But this energy, whatever it is, whatever it was extremely powerful and important. And now that energy is easing off as well. So today is a day where we see the energy easing off. Yesterday, the moon right here, it did oppose Saturn, as we have the Saturn-Uranus square, which was very difficult for our emotions as well. So now we're off that, and the moon has moved on at about 10 a.m. Pacific time today. The moon here is going to sextile the sun, and this is a positive feeling. This is a positive feeling to our emotions. This is a point where emotionally and at a soul level, we find alignment. We say, yeah, who I am, my identity, my soul is in sync with my emotions, with my inner heart and soul. And perhaps this is because the Saturn-Uranus square did jolt us in some ways to embrace ourselves. And in embracing ourselves, we could have aligned emotionally with who we truly are, our soul, our identity, our consciousness. And even the Neptune Sun square of June 13th could have propelled us to a point where emotionally and at a soul level we say, yeah, this is who I am and I'm feeling good about it. All this is quite subtle and subconscious. But yes, 10 a.m. is a point where emotionally we are feeling good. We're feeling like, yes, whatever my identity is, whatever my consciousness is, I am feeling good about it. And then in the evening, let me clean up the chart and move it ahead. At about 8 p.m. in the evening, the moon is going to change signs. So let's see that happen. Yeah, the moon has changed signs. The moon has entered the sign of Virgo. And now for the next 2.5 days, the focus of our life is going to shift from, we didn't have fun while the moon was in Leo. Typically when the moon is in Leo, we focus on romance, love, having fun, pleasure, sports, all fun things. But why didn't we have fun when the moon was in Leo this time? It's because it opposed Saturn, it squared Uranus. There was a lot of intensity, so we couldn't do typical Leo things. But now in Virgo, the energy has shifted and it's going to be about organizing ourselves, planning ahead, doing some critical thinking about things, focusing on our day-to-day routine, on our health, on our diet, on exercise. That's all Virgo. So that's what the focus is going to be. We're going to approach things from a planned perspective, from an organized perspective. So the next 2.5 days is about getting organized. And then soon after this, at about midnight, so I'll move up the chart so you guys can see it. At about midnight, which is technically tomorrow, but I'll talk about it, the moon is going to oppose Jupiter. Now, anything that comes in contact with Jupiter expands. In this case, it could very well be our emotions. However, this can also mean emotionally, and what is Jupiter? Hope, optimism. Emotions and our hope and optimism are at odds. So this may be a point where we need to motivate ourselves to feel hopeful about something connected to our day-to-day routine, something connected to our job, our health, about getting organized, about this material reality. So that's pretty much the horoscope for today. And I would sum this day up as a rest day after so much intensity that it's a break from the universe to recoup, recover, and go within and just take a breath. That's what this day is about. And I'll give you a brief background on what's been happening in the astrology. If you've seen this part, do skip it. If you haven't, then I urge you to watch. The first thing that I spoke about was the Saturn-Uranus square. I typically speak about that in every video. So I've spoken about that, so I won't go over it again. The second thing is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Now this is very important and I talk about it in every video because in Jan of 2020, our material reality in some way, shape or form shifted. And that's because Saturn and Pluto met up. And these planets meet up once in 33 to 38 years. So it's a rare occurrence when they meet up. And that's what happened in Jan of 2020. And even as of now, we are still figuring out that new beginning. That'll stay with us till 2053. Till these two planets conjunct again in the sign of Pisces. The next thing is the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. Now these planets meet once in 20 years. And when they meet up, they begin a new cycle. So they met up at 0 degrees of Aquarius in December of 2020 and began a new powerful beginning. So that's another cycle that we're building. And we'll lay the foundation for this Jupiter-Saturn cycle in the next 2 years. So right now we're laying the groundwork for a life that will stay with us till 2040. And we're also going to truly understand by June 24th with the full moon in Capricorn what that new life, that reality shift that happened in a powerful way in Jan of 2020, what was that all about? We'll see that clearly on June 24th with the full moon in Capricorn. And now I will pick a card for today. We'll keep it short because there's really not much to talk about today, and except that it's a recovery day. Okay, I'm going to go with the top card. This says go the distance. So I think with so many long-term cycles that are in the background, so many changes that are happening in what we are building towards, to go the distance, sometimes we need to rest. It could very well be that. But go the distance to me means that we are, this card, you can see the cheetah is about to cross the finish line. And perhaps this card is about realizing that on June 24th, we will know what that beginning in Jan of 2020 was all about. And all that is happening is for the long run. And it could also mean that the energy has been so intense Squares always feel intense, they feel difficult, they feel challenging. And sometimes when things feel challenging, we do tend to give up. But this card to me is saying that we've done it. We did the hard stuff. Yes, Saturn, Uranus are still in square, they will be all year, but we've done most of the work. They've squared 2 times exact. Now only one more time is left. So go the distance. Don't give up now. The intensity that you felt in the past 2 to 3 days is easing off. Just keep going. And it's for the long run. That's all I leave you with. Actually, I'm going to pick another card for the day just to clarify this card. Let's see what comes up. Okay, we have 2 cards and it says time for a nap. And this says unfinished symphony. So now this makes more sense to me because go the distance, yes, it's about the long run, and just continue because we will feel the Saturn Uranus square intensity for quite some time. And the second thing that is time for a nap. Time to take a break, time to rest it out. Today is a day of recovery. Take care of yourself. It's been a lot. Past few days have not been easy. We had a new moon solar eclipse on June 10th. We had the Sun Neptune square. We had the solar eclipse was in square to Neptune. We had the Saturn Uranus square. They are still in a square, will be all year. It has not been easy. So it's time today to rest it out. An unfinished symphony, like I said, the Saturn Uranus square is not over. We are more than halfway there, but it's nowhere near over. It's going to come exact in December. A lot of changes still need to be done. So go the distance, don't give up, take a nap today, take it out, take it easy today. There's still some work left to be done regarding that. That's all I leave you with, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Do hit the subscribe button and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.